Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noel and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have a great book box to share with you. But this unboxing of Peace and Pages Deluxe is going to be a little bit different than usual because for April we used this book box for our book club. Now over in the Nobot Nook, which is our private Facebook community for this channel, we also have a little subset called the Book Nook where we do a quarterly book club read. So it's really fun. We have often used authentic books, but as many of you know, they're having some shipping delays. That's like putting it mildly. So we've been kind of using some of the other book boxes that I open here on the channel. Now, when you first sign up for Peace and Pages, you let them know what sort of genres you like to read, and then it's always a surprise. Not everyone gets the same titles every month because everyone has different tastes, and it just depends on what they have in stock, but they're always highly rated books, whether you like nonfiction or true crime or thrillers or contemporary fiction or romance, whatever it is, they have something to suit your tastes. And in addition, you get some wonderful aromatherapy and bookish items. But because we were doing the book club and because I wanted to use Peace and Pages, they were able to give me a little heads up on some of the titles that they would have in quantities enough to satisfy our book club. Say, if everybody who wanted to participate in the book club wanted to sign up for Peace and Pages, and it's usually like along the lines of like half the participants actually go ahead and select the book box that is associated with that title selection. And they were able to use my list of participants and make sure that they all got that same book. Of course, we chose a thriller because we love thrillers. So this was our second read for the year. We did like a winter one at the beginning of the year. This is kind of our spring one. And then we have already selected for summer Emma, a classic. So that's the first time we've really done a classic, and that is going to be through the Literary Book Club. So if you're interested in joining our book club, it is really fun. If you want to be a part of voting for things, we kind of have an idea of what we're doing for Q4 already as well. Definitely join that Facebook group. I'll leave a link for you in the description box below. But the details on Peace and Pages, my friends, there is the basic box, which is going to get you a book in one of your pre-selected genres, as well as an aromatherapy product and a full-size bath product. So you wind up with like 3 items, and that is just $27 plus $6.99 in shipping, which these days honestly is a really good deal. I also really love that they work with small businesses across the country. And then you can also do the deluxe box. Now I get this box every other month. You can do it monthly if you want to, if you are a prolific reader and you just need a new title every month. The deluxe box is $39 as the base rate plus shipping. You get, of course, the aromatherapy product, the self-care product or bath product, the book, and then you also, in addition to that, you get an extra like sort of lifestyle book accessory or gift, and you get a snack or a drink. So you wind up with 2 extra items for a total of 5 if you count the book. So I just think it's really fun. It's run by a couple. I really, again, appreciate them working with the book club. So usually when I do this, because the curations, the items inside, because they're different for they're different each month, and there always is a theme, but they aren't necessarily connected to the book because people are getting different books. But we'll have a chance to talk about the book more than we usually do. I'm going to save a lot of my discussion, though, for our book club final discussion. We usually do discussions over 3 or 4 weeks. We'll do a weekly discussion over in the Facebook group, and then we save the last discussion when all the spoilers are out there for a live stream with our book club leader, Priscilla, and myself. So that is happening later tonight, very, very soon at 5 p.m. Pacific. So please feel free to join us over there. We talk about the book and we talk about, you know, upcoming things as well. So you're welcome just to tune in and see what's going on there. I also have a giveaway that's going to be happening during that live stream. So all right, you guys. So inside, there's usually a bunch of shred. I got rid of the shred because I had to get down to the book. So the theme for April was 90s nostalgia, which I think I prefer 90s nostalgia over 80s nostalgia. Don't get mad at me. I'm still like one of those people who likes all the like 50s and 60s and like mid-century modern, like older stuff when it comes to like vintage, but I do have a soft spot for some 90s stuff, you know, like I definitely recognize all the things like the clear phones and all that stuff. I kind of miss that. So it does have a little product list that will tell you about the items. Mostly it just tells you what the companies are and where they're located. So if you want to find more of their products, you absolutely can. And then down in the bottom is usually where the book is. So the book, like I said, Still Waters by Matt Goldman. Not like super new, but also not super old. I think it was like just a year or 2 ago that this came out. So yeah, 2024. not that old at all. Let me go ahead and read the blurb for you. If you're reading this email, I am dead. I know this will sound strange, but someone's been trying to kill me. Liv and Gabe Ahlstrom are estranged siblings who haven't seen each other in years. That changes when they receive a rare call from their older brother's wife. Mac is dead, she says. He died of a seizure. 5 minutes after they hang up, Liv and Gabe each receive a scheduled email from their dead brother claiming that he was murdered. The siblings return to their family-run resort in the North Woods of Minnesota to investigate Mac's claims, but Leech Lake has more in store for them than either could imagine. Drawn into a tangled web of lies and betrayal that spans decades, they put their lives on the line to unravel the truth about their brother, their parents, themselves, and the small town in which they grew up. After all, no one can keep a secret in a small town, but someone in Leech Lake is willing to kill for the truth to stay buried. New York Times bestselling and Emmy Award-winning author Matt Goldman returns with a gripping, emotional thrill ride in this compelling story on grief and uncovering the past before it's too late. Now, I won't give anything away, but if you do not want spoilers, I would not actually come to the book club discussion tonight. So I thought some of it was kind of like goofy in terms of like, I thought that was interesting. If you were paranoid and you thought someone's trying to kill you, to do that, have a scheduled email go out that's like, look into my death. I did think that was interesting. I thought it was kind of like weird that any lake would be called like Leech Lake and that's where there would be a bunch of resorts. Some of the characters in the book for me were just a little bit exaggerated, like the lady who's trying to take over the resort, she just seems exaggerated. We talked in our discussions earlier about how Liv and Gabe, I'm still not entirely clear on why they are estranged. There are some family secrets that slowly come out for sure, but both of them are sort of unlikable. They're not the most likable characters, and I think that the author was doing a good job in terms of the sort of very like quirky phraseology of some of the characters, because even though Liv's supposed to be this like very successful like city life woman, you know, who you wouldn't want to go back and run the family resort, and Gabe's kind of this like not a huge failure but also not really succeeding. He like works as a bartender in LA, so like I get why they're different, but it made it seem like there was something more to it. But they have all of these sort of Midwesternisms in the way they talk. Like she often will say like yeah at the end of a sentence, which just reads weird on the page. So we broke this up into 3 sections, and when I was finishing up the last section, there was some like clues and mystery where I was like, I don't get it. Like I had right around the 2/3 mark is usually when I figure out the twist or one of the twists in a thriller. So I was right on the cusp of figuring it out. And I was like, you know what? I don't like these characters that much, but maybe I will find them more endearing and have a little bit more depth and texture if I listen to the audiobook. So I decided to listen to the audiobook, and I think I liked them less because of the like accent that the reader was doing, which may have been very accurate, but then even more so her like little questions at the end, Liv's little questions at the end of sentences was awkward to me. I didn't like it. But, you know, it seemed a little, I forgive the pun, because it seemed very like a lake resort, but it wasn't like a really nice one. It felt like camp for grown-ups. So the whole thing felt a little exaggerated and campy, and it was supposed to be like folksy in a way, and we're supposed to have these like endearing characters, like the like, you know, guy who works as the handyman on the property, and we don't know why he's grandfathered in to live there all the time, and you know, they're all just waiting for a truck to fall through the ice, and then there's this like horrible murder, and I don't know, like it was, I don't know, it wasn't my favorite thriller. It wasn't bad. I actually liked it more than I was expecting. We had like 4 choices, I think, that everyone voted on. My pick did not get selected this time around, so I may have had like a little bit of bitterness at going into it. I liked it better than I thought because the pacing was good enough that I was like, okay, we're getting to like the murder mystery part of it, but I felt like the book was relatively short, and I almost wanted a little more character development so that people weren't just so, like sometimes people were just so obviously good or bad, and you wondered if they were red herrings or not, because like it just seemed weird that someone would be so clearly on one side or the other. I don't know. Let's look at the stuff that we got. Very excited about this. So I don't know that this is necessarily just like a 90s thing, but we got Rice Krispie treats, you guys, and we got 2 of them, which is amaze balls. So this is the birthday cake Rice Krispie treat from Treat House. I do remember, like, that was the exciting snack dessert to have at any potluck. I remember at like my church potlucks on Wednesday nights, like if somebody made Rice Krispie treats, and we often like made them there in the parsonage, it was like so good because my parents never made them at home. I think I've like made my own Rice Krispie treats like once, but everything's coming back because I just went to like a housewarming party a couple of months ago, and like, I mean, people were going all out. Like, I made spam musubi, my friends made it's my husband's coworkers, they made like tacos, like heated up the tortillas on the grill and everything. And then someone like in the house made warm Rice Krispie treats, and they were so good because they like, there's so much butter in them. And so it was a little bit of a throwback because it had been a while, because you can get the packaged ones. Like, I almost wish there was a way to like warm these up. Maybe I'll like zap it in the microwave on low for like 10 seconds just to get that gooiness. I bet that actually would be pretty good. I might try that. Let me know if you've ever tried that. So Treat House is located in New York. This is the snack or drink. So this is, again, the deluxe box that they were kind enough to send to me. Always fun though, right? To get a treat or a snack in a book box. Then the other item that we got is, okay, so this is our aromatherapy item. This is from Lebanon Candle Company. They are located in Missouri. It's my 90s mixtape. Now, I totally remember Radio Free Hawaii. I totally remember calling, doing a request, and then sitting there with my recording, my like boom box that put cassettes in there, and waiting for that song to come on so that I could make a mixtape. And then you would like decorate and write the like liner notes, and like it was a big thing. And I had mixtapes from my friend Mariah that were so good, and I listened to them so many times, and now I kind of wish that I had burned them into CDs. And then I bet I could, if I found the liner notes for them, I could recreate it on a Spotify playlist, and that would actually be pretty awesome. Now, I'm a little curious to know what my 90s mixtape smells like. Like, it smells like mildew. I don't know. It smells kind of fresh. It doesn't necessarily smell like, it doesn't make me think of like Dracar Noir or some like 90s like cologne or anything. But, yeah. I don't know. It doesn't smell like a record store necessarily. Maybe. I don't know. It smells good though. It smells pretty fresh. Those of you who got this box for the book club, please let me know what you think that smells like. Because of course it doesn't have like notes about what it is. Alright. But that's cool. I could see using that. It says room spray, but it's like light enough that I think you could even use it as a linen spray. Then for our aromatherapy, that was our aromatherapy product. This is our bath product. It's one of those things that I never use. It is an organic, oh, I thought it was a bath bomb, but it's not. It's a loofah soap. These I use. So look, it's called Mermaid Glow. It is by Country Bath House, also, oh, out of Minnesota. Lebanon Candle Company was Missouri. My bad. So look, it's sparkly, it's got glitter, and it's one of those fun loofah soaps. So it has the natural loofah embedded in it. And it's their mermaid soap. I don't know why this is necessarily 90s. I guess like the ombre and the colors and the glitter. Sure. Let's have a secret password while we're at it, you guys. So when you come across a secret password in one of my videos, you want to enter it along with your contact information in the Google form that's linked for you in the description box below. Please don't put it into the comments, because then it's not a secret and I have to delete your comments. You have to be 18 years or older. You have to have a US or Canadian mailing address. Canadians, you know the deal. You have to help me. Either you get a nice $25 gift card, or you can help me out with the shipping and I can send you a mystery box as well, because yes, that is the prize. It's not affiliated with YouTube or any of the boxes that I open here on the channel. It's just my way of saying thank you for watching and listening to my videos in their entirety, to listen out for those secret passwords. Today's secret password is mermaid, in honor of this loofah soap. Yeah. So basically what happens is about 5 days into the following month, I will use random number picker to select a few winners to receive mystery boxes as my way of saying thank you so much for watching. Sometimes I send out 2, sometimes I send out like 15. It just depends. Sometimes they're medium-sized boxes, sometimes they're large boxes. It kind of just depends on what I have in stock, if you will, like it's stacked up in boxes, and the time that I have, which these days has been really limited. So we'll probably be doing the drawing for that. I might actually do that one a little bit late, like June 10th, just because I have a little bit of travel coming up. So I might do that one late and try to get them out that following weekend, the second weekend instead of the first weekend. But so you have time. That way you can then go through all the videos and make sure that you've found all of the secret passwords. So now you know the secret password for today. Just as a little heads up, I'm still only posting every other day, probably through the 3rd week of May. And then when I get back, I will probably start posting every day because by then the boxes will have stacked up. Again, just depends on my work schedule. But I think that this is already our second secret password for the month of May. So if you missed one, go back. Now we have one final item. So again, here was our aromatherapy product. Here was our bath product. This was our treat. I'm so excited to eat this right afterwards, you guys. I've been like waiting. I'm like, well, that's good because I can eat one now and then I can save one for later tonight during the book club discussion. Our extra little bookish item, this is super cute and very 90s. So this is by a company called YGG Threads out of North Carolina. So we had 4 states represented by our makers. And there are these little cassette tape magnetic bookmarks, which I think is super cute. I actually love magnetic bookmarks. Sometimes if it's like really fancy pages, I won't use them because if they're thick, they kind of dent the pages. But they just work really well. It's better than dog earing, even though I'm totally guilty of doing that too. But you can see these are like kind of like homemade ones. Like basically they did the laminated like tab, right? Laminated the image, and then they just cut and pasted some nice little magnets. But totally works. Super cute, right? So we have a pink one with orange detailing, and then we have a teal one with pink detailing. So that was super cute to use, and I was nice because there was 2 of them, so I was actually able to like divide the book into our 3 sections that we were reading, because a lot of the times I'll take the books with me when I'm on the go so that I have them, and then like I said, sometimes I finish up with the audio book if I'm like struggling or trying to keep all the characters straight. There were a lot of characters, but in that way I will say because the characters were so sort of extreme, it wasn't too hard to keep them straight. There were definitely some red herrings. But anyway, fun theme, fun box. I think they just announced like their June theme, and I think it was like very beachy, which you guys know I love a beachy theme. So I think that's the box that I'll be getting because, again, I get it every other month. Let's see. Maybe it was the May box. I have to see. Peace and Pages. They just announced that they're, oh yeah, June, it's the Salty Sea. So that's exciting. Love me a summery box. Perfect. Don't know that that'll like go with our summer read that we're doing in the book club, but I am very excited that we've already used 3 different boxes, or we've selected the 3rd one, 3 different boxes, and I think we'll have a 4th box. So instead of just using one box that wins the Nobody Award for Best Book Box, which is what we did our first 2 years, we're kind of alternating and moving around. And that is kind of a criteria for the titles, just to keep it linked to the channel for now. You never know. But because I do open enough book boxes that we can have boxes associated with the titles that we read, that's how we're doing it for now. But if you want to have a say in what the next titles are, then definitely join in. It is really fun. It's like kind of an untraditional, because it's an online book club, but I really like it, and I love the community that it creates over in the Nobot Nook and on the channel in general. So you're welcome to join us. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know what you thought about this fun curation. Let me know what your favorite genres are. Like if you were going to check all the boxes, I don't know what they all are, but what are your top 3 book genres? Like classics, chick lit, like what are they? All right, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you soon in my next unboxing, or maybe in just a couple of hours in our final discussion.